Hey, it's Chris Cashman in Seattle's historic Georgetown neighborhood. This is also where Seattle keeps its largest spare hat and boots. Once a gas station, now art. But this is where Seattle keeps the best original art, and I'll tell you all about it tonight on Even.
Pancake fans rejoice.
They're saying to me, thank you for buying this, thank you for opening.
This iconic SeaTac diner is getting a new life.
Hey everybody, I am Makini and I'm going to show you how to make this lovely beet and citrus salad that was inspired by my first cookbook.
And go behind the scenes of this monster TV hit with star Kurt Russell.
It's a lot bigger than the Kraken. Yeah.
Well, hey there, welcome to Evening. I'm Chris Cashman. Welcome to Georgetown. This is Seattle Art Source. It turns out a lot of you also don't know what to hang on your walls at home. I know the most famous piece I have commissioned at home is from 8-year-old Madeline Cashman. My daughter was so proud of this that she hung it herself, even attached a price tag, and it remains there to this day. But if you want some more original art in your life, this is the place.
Seattle's Georgetown neighborhood is a pocket of the city long known for its creative edge.
My main purpose here is to make it as easy as possible. I really wanted to take out the really rarefied way that people think it is to buy art, make it really approachable, lower that barrier, make it fun.
Seattle Art Source is more than a showroom.
And so then we just start bringing out a little bit more of, you're like, I need a little bit more color.
It's like a blank vision board.
We can live with blank walls for years.
Find your inspiration and they'll bring it to life.
And so this is a great example of something that's other, right? It's not a painting, it's fabric, and it's reclaimed fabric.
Sarah works with painters from across the region, curating styles that range from bold and modern to textured and timeless.
A little Monet, a little Manet, right?
They'll guide you from painting style to painting style.
So we take in a lot of information from our clients first, and then we come to the back of the house, right? We're in the stacks right now. This is where the sausage is made.
And every piece reflects a different story, a different voice.
I've got the end user, and then I've got the 40 artists. My job is to bridge those two pools. So in some ways, the artists are my clients too.
In a neighborhood known for making things, Seattle Art Source is helping make connections.
They're vibrant, there's positive energy.
One work of art at a time.
Making sure they get the right opportunities. So fun.
Come on, you deserve to zhuzh up your walls. Make an appointment, seattleartsource.com. And I don't want to tell you what to do. I know your calendar is getting very busy, but have you marked February 28th? Because it is, of course, National Pancake Day. And for those of you who celebrate, we've got quite the place in SeaTac. In fact, they've been stacking them up since the 1950s, and they just reopened.
The Pancake Chef in SeaTac opened in 1959. This time capsule of a restaurant closed in the fall of 2025. But we've got some good news for fans of this delightfully dated diner.
That's original Pancake Chef.
There's a new Pancake Chef in town.
Well, that's me, I guess.
And new owner Sarjeet Singh is welcoming happy regulars back.
They're saying to me, thank you for buying this, thank you for opening. We've been coming here since 1959, and they are so happy.
Decor-wise, he's not touching a thing.
No, everything's going to be stay the same, just a cleaner.
As for the fare, classics like the Nightmare Burger, homemade apple fritters, and all the pancakes remain. And some new comfort foods have been added to the menu, like pot roast that's slow cooked 8 hours.
And people love that.
This is food you'd find at Grandma's house.
So this is a 100% scratch kitchen. So we do all the ingredients, pancakes, and all the crepes, all the omelets, to order.
Do you want your regular table?
Another thing that hasn't changed, Barbara Harkness started waiting tables here in the 80s. She was back the first day it reopened.
Rosalie, how you doing?
Okay.
It's my second home.
The folks sliding into vinyl booths, tucking into timeless fare once again, couldn't be happier that this brown and yellow icon is back in business.
This was a, really beloved place, but I haven't been here in a really long time, so it's my first time back.
Oh, the food's great, though, because it's a lot. It's a lot of food. It's a lot of great food, but as you can see, there's tons.
And these folks get more than a good meal.
Whoever walks through the door, we truly do care about them.
They get to experience a piece of the past.
That's my goal, is that it still has that same feeling that it always has.
And also support its future.
My favorite thing is to be serving to Seattle South Side community. They are so loving. They're so nice people here. And I'm so happy when I come in here. Seems like I want to stick around another 20, 30 years here, if I live that long.
Good news, Pancake Chef is open daily. They did make a little twist there. They are now open for dinner, but not to worry. That trademark brown and yellow color scheme, not going anywhere. And now we're taking you behind the scenes of one of TV's biggest monster hits, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. That's right, Saint is rubbing elbows with the stars. Here's a preview of season 2.
Do you hear that?
This is not Kong.
And it's not Godzilla. This is something bigger.
You know, we are big fans of the Kraken here in Seattle, the hockey team, but I think our city would be terrified to face whatever that is in the ocean that's headed towards the West Coast.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than the Kraken. Yeah, you don't release it; it releases itself. Right. It's a kind of an introduction to the idea that this is an expanding universe. This is not just Kong and Godzilla. There are things coming out of the earth now. We don't know why and how we're going to deal with it. It just gets bigger and badder.
One of the show's unique elements, a father and son playing the same character across 2 timelines. Wyatt Russell says he and his dad have always commented on their similarities.
You sort of take that element of what we know about each other and then use it in this world, and that's fun to be able to do. It's sort of like a secret language.
Co-star Mari Yamamoto says watching the Russell dynamic up close has its own kind of magic.
They both do so much with their eyes, and I don't know if it's genetic or it's something they both possess, and it's magical.
The show isn't just about giant creatures. Kurt Russell says the real monsters may be a little closer to human.
Every individual has the potential of falling into the trap of becoming a monster as you're trying to deal with the monsters.
What actor does the best job of looking up at something that's not there yet, but of course will be, and delivering, the terror?
Yeah, it's me, hands down. They frame it out, but every time I wet my pants. And then we got to do like a wardrobe change.
Honestly, Mari does the best job. Mari really internalizes every element of what the monsters are, and sometimes I'm just like, higher? How much higher do you want me to look?
I like watching Anna because Mari has the scientific sort of fascination with it. Anna just is like a person who went through hell with it, so she's constantly looking at it like, not again. I always feel like if we achieve 90% of what we imagined, we've done really well. And when you see these monsters finished, it generally hits the mark.
Monarch, Legacy of Monsters is an ambitious show with a monster following to show for it.
Thank you, Saint. You can almost hear it coming. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters Season 2 hits Apple TV tonight.
Up next, Chef McKeany Howell whips up a winter salad that's a masterpiece.
I think salads are a great place to get super artistic.
And meet the Whidbey Island 103-year-old who's still coming to work and doing what he loves.
You have a nice day.
Wow!
Local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
Hey all, this is Jose with a way to see concerts and save animals. Woodland Parks Zoo Tunes is heading into its 42nd year. Tickets are on sale today. Get out your Captain's hat they are launching with Yacht Rock Review on June 4th. Other shows include Maren Morris, 4 times Grammy nominee, folk singer, songwriter Jesse Wells. The Breeders for all you 90s kids. And much more. Proceeds from the concert series support Woodland Park Zoo.
And welcome back to Evening. We are in the Georgetown neighborhood here at Seattle Art Source. Come see Sarah and her team. You just kind of lay out your vision. They'll spread out a vision board of art options. We can transform your space and make it beautiful. It's 2026. You're overdue for a zhuzh, as they like to say. What about in the kitchen? Chef McKinney Howell is back, and we are told this salad is a masterpiece.
All right, I went to the market and I found all of this lovely springy stuff, and we're gonna make a citrus salad. The star of our show is going to be these lovely beets. This is a golden beet. Look how pretty that is. We're gonna start by dressing the greens. So I'm gonna start with some prosciutto. Remember, this is a bitter green, so keep that in mind when you're using it. And I'm gonna tear a little bit of radicchio. Radicchio is another really lovely bitter green that you can find pretty much year-round. So I'm gonna dress this with a little bit of olive oil and some red wine vinegar. I like the brightness of red wine vinegar, and some salt and pepper. We're gonna keep it super simple. This is a great side salad for dinner. Where are my tongs? Tongs. I wanna dress the greens first and lay them down just so everything has tons and tons of flavor. This reminds me of salads I would make in the restaurant. Should I say we all miss Club Bistro? Okay. There's our base of greens. It smells delicious already. I have some tangerines. I'm gonna build this salad sort of artsy. I'm gonna slice up my yellow beet. Oh, it's so pretty inside. Look at that. I think salads are a great place to get super artistic, because who says it's wrong, right? Just kind of put whatever you want in there. I didn't mean to do that in such a straight line. Let's make that a little more artistic. And then let's slice up some red beet. And you know, if you make a mistake, just go back and add some more stuff. Like, that's kind of the journey of cooking, right? You gotta figure out what you're doing, and then if you mess it up, it's a great place to mess up, because you could just try again. How many places in life can you do that, right? So I have 2 different types of tangerines. And so I'm gonna nestle some of this other one that's kind of tart. Oh, it looks so pretty. And then we are going to top it with some pomegranate. This is gonna give it like a nice, sweet, juicy punch. And cheese. So this is a plant-based feta cheese. Just kind of go to town on your cheese. And then I'm gonna top it with a little bit of black pepper and a little bit of an olive oil drizzle. It's a really simple, quick salad to get on the table, to add some really nice greens and beets and citrus and stuff to your dinner. Look at that. Isn't she lovely?
Thank you, Chef. Just one of the many hits in her latest cookbook, and we have a link to it all at king5evening.com. Let's jump into the Wayback Machine. 1922. Warren G. Harding was president. Gas was about 11 cents a gallon. And this beloved Oak Harbor resident was born. We caught up with him at his workplace.
Here on Whidbey Island, Gene's Art and Frame has been serving happy customers for nearly 60 years.
Have a good day.
And so has its happy owner, Gene Phelps.
So I'll refill those.
Still comes in every single day and just like never misses anything.
Gene minds the inventory.
Put that all on my computer.
And keeps the books.
This is my briefcase that I carry everything in back home if I have homework to do.
He almost never stops moving. Not bad for a guy 103 years old. After serving in World War II, Gene put down roots and set up shop here in Oak Harbor.
I decided that this would be a good place for my children to be raised. It's such a small little town, I loved it. And I had to wait on the main highway for the cows to go across.
He fell in love with the place and its residents.
You have a nice day. I just love people. I don't have any enemies.
The feeling has been mutual for 6 decades.
It's remarkable. We're so happy to have him, and we hope he's here for many more.
His customers wonder how he's stayed fit for so many years.
Yeah, I get that question a lot. People want to know, what was my diet and all things like that. And I tell them, I don't really know. I've always been very active.
A lifelong hiker and cyclist.
I'd ride bikes for miles.
Gene still drives himself to work every day.
I wouldn't know what to do without being busy down here. You know, I just would not be, I wouldn't be too happy.
And Oak Harbor wouldn't be as happy without its favorite centenarian.
Everyone in town, I feel like, knows him. He's like a local celebrity.
It's very important to me. It's my living, and I enjoy doing it. It's something I love to do.
We shot that story last year. Gene is now 103 years old, still coming to work at his frame shop every single day. He says retirement's overrated, although when he does retire, I know the place to frame that certificate.
Next on Evening, a Northwest band that's heating things up this winter.
Welcome back to Evening from Seattle Art Source. What a great spot here in the Georgetown neighborhood. Hideout for those winter months. Come on back here. We're in back of the house. This is where they'll pull out some inspiration. You see something you like? Look at you. You're an art collector. You know, music also a great way to warm up during these winter months. There's a local band that plays Latin and Mediterranean music guaranteed to warm up any dance floor. Here's Jose with Rumba.
Rumba Kings is a super fun band that's kind of a mix of Latin and Greek, Mediterranean, Arabic. Makes me feel alive.
We started off playing primarily Rumba-based music, hence the name, the Rumba Kings. Rumba is a rhythm pattern, but we really started expanding that and evolving as a band. This music is for anybody who loves beautiful, passionate music.
It all goes back to my roots, growing up around musicians my whole life. Family get-togethers were just, a multitude of guitars.
Without a doubt, George Stevens' guitar playing is one of a kind. A style that changed over the years.
And then evolved too.
I just want to see close, the finger thing.
I picked this style up because tableside, house parties.
Tap, and then drum. I'd say give me like 4 years and I'd probably get there.
I catch up with the band in a recording session in the iconic Robert Land Studios.
We incorporate a variety of different ethnic instruments in our music. We kind of take it to a different level with the instrumentation. We just released a new single called Love from Mykonos.
It'll take you to a moment where you imagine you're on a beach somewhere in the Mediterranean and you're relaxing, having your glass of wine, and it's so beautiful. And the next thing you know, you can't sit down, you're up dancing, you can't stop moving.
We're just really grateful to be where we're at right now. It's exciting. There's people that love this kind of music here in Seattle.
Rumba Kings music just makes you feel like you want to dance. Which makes me wonder how good the band is when it comes to dancing.
Who's the worst dancer?
Who's the worst?
Yeah.
The worst dance? I've never seen Johnny dance, so I'm assuming he's the worst. I've never seen him move. Yeah.
Thank you, Jose. The Rumba Kings are playing 3 shows at the Triple Door, March 6th and 7th. Tickets on sale right now.
Coming up on Evening, the public can't visit them yet, but stick around for a behind-the-scenes glimpse of Woodland Park Zoo's cute new lion cubs.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
And welcome back to Evening from the Georgetown neighborhood. Our thanks to Seattle Art Source, for hosting us today. If you'd like some more original artwork in your life, come see Sarah and the team. Book an appointment. They will bring your vision to life. It's impossible to have a favorite here today, but this one caught my eye. I've titled it, Dad, Am I in Trouble? And speaking of adorable, we send you out now with this. Enjoy some of the sweetest video we've seen in a while. Woodland Park Zoo's Mama Lion, this is Ilanga, gave birth to 2 female cubs in January. You can't visit them yet, but the zoo did share some footage from the maternity den. Enjoy this kitten cam cuteness.